Hello and welcome to today's episode of Smut Girl Wants Book Club, where two best friends talk about a book that we've just read. I am Kabriel.
I'm TJ, and today we'll be talking about Phantasma, written by Kaylie Smith, book 1 of the Wicked Games series? Duology? Unsure.
TBD.
Unclear. The second book just came out.
How did you find this book?
Another book talk recommendation. They all are,
book talk.
realistically. It was like a series of books that were just sort of a fun, refreshing version of a romantasy.
Has the author written much else?
Looks like there's another series called A Ruinous Fate, and that is it.
I have this theory that this was a standalone book, and it just got a lot of positive reviews, and I think that now she's written a second one, which is coming out soon?
It's out.
Oh, it's out.
It came out April 8th.
Oh man, we just missed it.
It just came out.
It almost vibes like a standalone.
Yes.
I think if you wanted to just read this book, like if you are sick of these 6-book series, you could totally...
So it's a duology where the second book is about a different character.
Mm-hmm.
So you could read just this one and not continue, and that would be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Will you want to? I doubt it.
Yeah.
I want to read more of this series, and apparently the second one is better.
Ooh.
Everyone, it's getting rave reviews.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Next
So,
up on
we're
Smut Girl
excited.
Wants. Let's get into it.
Good people, lend me your ears.
Kabriel meets Throne of the Fallen. I keep telling her to read it. Throne of the Fallen. You keep telling me to read Kabriel.
Have you never read it?
I haven't.
Oh, it's very Kabriel, actually. I think that's a good...
It's similar to Throne of the Fallen, so...
Yeah, I think that's probably to date the most accurate.
Yep.
If you like these two books, read this one. Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty spot on, actually.
Kabriel meets Throne of the Fallen in this spicy, dark romantasy where a necromancer needs help from a dangerous phantom to win a deadly competition, only to find their partnership puts her at risk of breaking the game's most vital rule: don't fall in love. When Ophelia and her sister discover their mother brutally murdered, there's no time to grieve. Ophelia has inherited both her powerful death-driven magic and an enormous debt on their home. Circumstances go from dire to deadly, however, when Ophelia's sister decides to pay off the loan by entering Phantasma, a competition where most contestants don't make it out alive, and the winner is granted a single wish from a devil. The only way to save her sister is to compete, but Phantasma is a cursed manor, with twisting corridors and lavish ballrooms, and filled with enticing demons and fatal temptations. Ophelia will need to face 9 floors of challenges to win, if her fears don't overtake her first. When a charming, arrogant stranger claims he can protect and guide Ophelia, she knows she shouldn't trust him. While Blackwell may not seem dangerous, appearances can be deceptive, but with her sister's life on the line, Ophelia can't afford to turn him away. She just needs to ignore the overwhelming, dark attraction drawing them closer and closer together, because in Phantasma, the only thing deadlier than losing the game is losing your heart. That is a good description.
That's pretty good.
That really drew me in.
You know what's funny? It might have actually pushed me away because I think the idea of, let me show you all these dangers, but the biggest danger is falling in love. I'm like, heh.
That's fair.
That's lame,
fair.
but it's done really well in this book, but it is so lame of an idea.
Is. Yeah. I had a great time with this one. And I was surprised by it because a lot of people had talked about it, but not in too much detail. And then I just kind of wanted a fantasy that was like a little different.
First things first, we are going to talk about characters. On a scale of 1 to 5, how much did we like the characters written on the page? What do you give it?
4. Yeah, I like the characters. I thought they were all really fun. Ophelia was great. I thought she had like some really great depth. Mm-hmm. Blackwell, top tier book boyfriend. Mm-hmm. Excellent. I liked that he didn't have dark hair.
I thought about that. It's funny. We've talked before about how like these fantasy book boyfriends, often when they're fae, they're described as a little bit prettier. Like they have slightly more like angular, less like broad features. Mm-hmm. He is the first one that I pictured as like a lot of people imagine as like a sexy Malfoy. Because I think he's described as blonde, right?
He has white hair.
Yeah, like white hair. And I love it.
With like
I think it was
very green eyes.
Yeah, I think it was very appropriate for a phantom.
I think you're right that sexy Malfoy is the... I don't see him as super rugged.
No.
I see him as pretty like slight and like a ghost.
He's skinny fit.
Yeah.
He's skinny fit for sure.
For sure. He's wiry and he's tall.
He's tall.
Yeah. They all are.
They are actually. I've noticed that in a couple of the books we've been reading. It's a lot of tall women, which I am here for as a tall woman.
Oh, there you go.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, represent.
Other characters, I thought Genevieve was really interesting. I thought all the villains were really cool in it too. I thought everyone was very compelling. I had a great time.
All the villains, I suppose. I know,
Or like demons.
the devils.
Well, by villains, I was also meaning all the other competitors she's like working with. I thought they were all really interesting.
I also gave it a 4, by the way. I like that in the book, she, the author, did not waste her time giving you all the information about all the characters.
You learn about them.
Well, no. Like Charlotte, no idea what's going on with Charlotte. I think especially for the way this story works, you don't need to know everything about the character. I think the characters seemed very clear in the author's mind, and if the opportunity presented itself for that character to divulge a little personal information, they did. But it wasn't just like thrown out as filler because you want to describe this character that you've created. I think it was just the right amount of getting to know people. What did you think about the fact that I am pretty sure this is the first time I have read a fantasy book with someone with OCD?
It's
OCD,
really,
right?
It's OCD. Yeah, she talks about it at the end of the book. There were actually times that I found it like a little intense and like anxiety inducing, but not in a way that where it lessened my enjoyment of the book or the story. I thought it was very, very well done. And so there's a note from the author on OCD, and she says, "I like to say the idea of Phantasma came to me all at once, hitting me like a ton of bricks. Truly, my experience with this obsessive compulsive disorder has been building to this story for a very long time." So she herself experiences it. During the process of brainstorming the sort of adult romance I wanted to debut with, I was going through a period where my obsessive compulsive tendencies were flaring up more than usual, and the voices in my head were getting a little too bold. OCD has such a wide range of symptoms that it makes every person's experience with it different, and she basically says that this is my experience with it.
I loved it.
I like that it didn't become something that needed to be solved.
Yes.
It was treated like something that is debilitating for Ophelia, but not something that had to be cured.
Yes.
It was just something that she needed to learn how to deal with.
Yeah. I like the way she wove it into the story too.
Yes,
I thought that was really well done.
It was haunting.
Yeah.
And you're right. I think the way it was woven through was really interesting because it was constant. Like she never forgot to add it in. That was very compelling. I've never seen that done before.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I also really like the placement of OCD in the fantasy world because so many times you would read something similar and it would actually be some sort of demon
like
that
a
does
possession or and this was
not that.
I wondered at points like is she actually possessed? What's going on? The representation was really interesting of like I'm dealing with demons and ghosts and stuff, and also there's something that lives in me. I thought it was handled really, really well. I think it being something that the author personally deals with helps with that. It was very refreshing. So next up is blush. Our question is, how much did this book make you blush? That's not about how spicy is it. It's just how cute is it? How sweet is it? Did the tension make you kick your feet?
Yes.
What was the flirting like? What was the banter? What was everything?
I think I would give this book a 4. I feel like I'm almost debating giving it a 5 because I really loved their dynamic. I think I'm reserving my 5 for something a little bit higher, but it was very good. I thought that the relationship that they had and the kind of back and forth throughout the book was just right.
I think I agree. I would give it a 4 because it felt like so many books go from either enemies or whatever to obsession, but this one kind of felt like you got to read them fall in love a little bit, and it was really sweet. And I think the way he took care of her was really sweet. I loved them together. I thought they were great. I thought they were really, really, because there were points where they just seemed like friends that thought each other were really hot.
That's what a good relationship looks like, team. Besties who also happen to find the other attractive.
Yes.
That is the dream.
The best part of the books were always like when they were together chatting. I thought it was
They had just the right level of banter.
Yes. Yeah.
And it wasn't terribly mean to each other or anything. It was just right.
Yeah, it wasn't really, it's not an enemies to lovers book. It's some sort of bargain. Not really like fake dating.
No, it's definitely a deal. They strike a deal.
They make like a blood bargain.
Okay.
Scoville Scale, international rating of how spicy something is. How spicy was this book?
I'm going to give it a 4.
It was real spicy.
It's close to a 5 because there's a lot and it's well placed and it's really well done.
It is a lot. It is a lot. But it doesn't feel like it takes away from the story because there are times where it feels like it has to be one or the other, but this one kind of felt like it didn't take away from the story at all. There are parts where it's a little dark. A little dark.
What do you mean?
Like the time that blood is raining from the ceiling.
What's wrong, baby?
I was kind of into that.
Same.
But I wasn't into that in the way where I'm like, yeah, I want that. But I like that because she is a necromancer and has a dark side.
Yeah.
I like that these dark, scary things don't scare her.
Yes.
And so she was like, whatever, it's fake anyway. And she just moved on. And I love that he was into it. He was like, okay, I love this.
Alrighty then.
Oh my God. Before we forget, the chapter where she makes him beg. So good.
I love this book. It's so much fun.
Oh my God.
I've said that a lot this time around. I've said fun a lot.
Yeah, I
But
feel
it was a
like
good
the talking during the spice, perfect. Actually, that's not true. I have one moment that gave me an ick. The whole thing is kind of set in some sort of Regency or period piece. It is a period piece. There's carriages and there's corsets. Apart from those two things, though, they actually don't really talk that much about what
It's
time.
hard to place. Yeah.
The reason this bugs me is because I had kind of wrapped my head around the fact that this was going to be a period piece, and at one point, Blackwell uses the word pussy. I did not like that. That word strikes me as a little bit too modern, and it took me right out.
I also just don't like it when they use it at all.
I hate that word in general. It is a bit of an ick word for me.
Yeah. Like there are a few words used ever.
Yeah, pussy,
Yeah.
moist.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have a question. What do you think about when they say sprang? Like, he sprang free.
Also kind of pulls me out.
Pulls me out. And there's like, boing. The thing is, it's a really accurate word for the action of a gentleman removing their pants. It's really accurate because it does kind of have this release.
Yeah.
I just hate it as a word, though. It takes me right out of it. Oh.
Yuck.
One pair of pants later.
What did you think about the random scene with her and Sinclair?
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
It made sense. And I think that there was like some tension that needed. I got why it happened.
I didn't get tension between them at all.
No, not tension between it. It was like between her and Blackwell.
Oh, yeah.
So like I got it. I got why we were doing it. I didn't like it. It was a little weird. Yeah. I like that it was. I mean, at least it was like consensual.
That's true.
So
a lot of consent going on in this book.
A lot of consent.
Apart from, all the horrors and the hauntings, there's lots of consent in the romantic department. I have in my notes, classic man not knowing that she's not into it, because in it, he's like, oh, it looked pretty good from my end. And I was like, in what world does that look good from your end? She is actively describing the fact that she's kind of not as into it. And
it sounded like she wasn't even responding.
So I don't know about the other ladies out there, but if I am not responding, I am not, another ick word, slick.
Ew. Yeah, yuck.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. So the fact that he thinks it's a good time and she's probably not even...
I know another ick word. I'm so sorry. I'm interrupting. Folds. Yuck. There are so many. Like, we can be like a little coy. Yuck.
What about slick folds?
Kabriel.
Yeah.
Plot. What do we rate this book? 4, for sure.
4. Yeah.
I love the plot. I thought it was fun. I like that it was very different. This sort of like death trial thing, really fun. I thought it was really, really interesting. I liked the ghosts.
Me
thought
too.
That was great.
I love you, guys.
I thought it was really, really. I honestly kind of wish it was longer. Because I would have liked to spend actually more time sort of exploring the manor, and like each level could have been longer. I was surprised by some things. I wasn't by others. I mean, the big reveal was pretty like hinted at the whole way through.
Okay, so that was actually going to be my question for you.
Yeah.
I would give this book a 5.
Oh.
I would give this book a 5 on plot. I loved the world that was built. I thought it was really unique. I thought it was a really fun idea. You've got the 9 levels of hell and these different contests. I thought it was a really great idea for a romantasy series.
Yeah.
At what point did you guess that Blackwell was who he was? I had no idea.
There was a point like pretty early on, because she says like, I don't make deals with devils. I don't make deals with devils. And often someone will say, but you Never mind.
Did they? I didn't even catch that.
A few times. And, like, there were, like, Sinclair made a comment, and
Jasper
also made, like, they both make comments, and I'm pretty sure even Blackwell makes a comment, and I'm like, huh. Yeah, it was very much hinted at. My only complaint about the plot is it felt like the ending was rushed.
I agree. I just wish it was a little bit longer, because what happens is you get to the climax of the book. You finally figure out what the deal is, the real deal is. And technically, you could argue that that is where the book ends.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the book is the epilogue.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I don't know, do a lot of people not read the epilogue? I feel like some people don't.
That's a wild choice.
I've learned in my wisdom, always read the epilogue.
I'll always read, yeah.
But that's what I mean, though, is so you could argue the last chapter of the book ends on a massive cliffhanger, and then the epilogue really just kind of like ties everything together. I would have loved like one more chapter, at least.
One more. And I think just spending a little bit more time with everything would have been really interesting.
Yeah.
I don't even care, like, it was tied up in a pretty neat bow. That's fine with me. It doesn't need to be ambiguous at the end. There doesn't need to be like tension anyway. That's okay. It just happened too fast. And so I was reading it and I was like, whoa. And then it was just over.
Yeah, because and the lead up was so good too.
Yeah.
The plot was really interesting. You're putting everything together. It was a really well thought out plot, and they released little bits of information at a very steady level.
Yeah.
So it was really satisfying kind of when it all came together and the book was done. Yeah. I was like, oh.
I wanted to spend more time like exploring everything too. Because there is sort of this treasure hunting, scavenger hunt energy on top of the death trials. Mm-hmm. And that was really, really interesting, but we never really spent enough time with that. And I would have liked to spend a little bit more.
It actually kind of ended up being that all the treasure hunting was for naught.
Yeah.
In a way, because it actually didn't give them that much information. It kind of just built the tension a little bit, I think.
Yeah, it was for them, it was so that they could spend more time together.
Yeah.
That was like what that whole point was for.
I suppose so, actually.
But the world was so much fun. I would have liked to spend more time there, because it's a pretty short book.
It is. It was a really good read, but I think that's one of the reasons I would also highly recommend it, is because so many of these books are huge. So many of these books are so big that it was a really easy read. It kept you interested.
It was fast paced.
Yeah. It wasn't like they skipped things. It felt just right.
Yeah.
That was some real Goldilocks action going on there.
Yes, and you're right. Blackwell is really climbed the
Blackwell might be one of my top.
list.
Yeah, he's not your average shadow daddy.
No.
He's a phantom daddy.
I liked it.
I don't normally go for blonde men. My partner is blonde. Not that blonde. But he's blonde.
He's not a Malfoy type?
No.
Honestly, like, I'm a little disappointed that the next book is not about them.
I know.
I'm excited about it. I think Genevieve is a really interesting character.
Do you think it's Genevieve?
Genevieve, probably.
But no, but the nickname was Vivi.
I know. Vivi?
Is that Vivi or Vivi?
I would have said Vivi.
Genevieve?
Vivi.
I hate Vivi as a nickname.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Vivi.
Did Ophelia have a nickname?
Ophi.
Ophi was cute.
I liked that.
Yeah, it was fun.
Ophi's cute.
Ophi. But I was a little disappointed because I wanted to read more.
Could nickname her Oph.
Oh no. That's unfortunate.
Sorry, Ophi.
I'm sad because I want to read more about them.
Yeah.
I want to go back there, and we can't.
I know. I think that's what makes it kind of great, though, is like we are attached, and it will forever just kind of be that.
Their story is kind of complete.
Their story is kind of complete.
Yeah. I would have been disappointed if we had to read another book where, something comes between them.
Yeah, I don't want that. I really like that they kind of are.
I'm happy for them. Hype level. This book is appropriately hyped.
I think it's underhyped. Well, because I hadn't heard anything about it until you had recommended it. And now I'm seeing it more. Obviously, now I'm like clocking it more on Book Talk. I think this was a really good read.
Yeah, it was a great read.
I think this scratches a really good itch for when you really want to get into a fantasy series.
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of these books are kind of like, they're trying, but it's not quite as fleshed out. I think this one was a really fun read. Like, I'm recommending it to all my friends now.
If you don't,
all 5 of them.
If you don't like a ton of world building, this is a good one too, because it doesn't spend a ton of time. It gives you like just enough information for you to say like, okay, we're set up, and then you just get into the plot.
Yeah.
Which is some people don't like that. So
You also kind of get into it because it starts off pretty intense. Like, mom is dead, we gotta move. And I was like, yeah, let's go.
This book drops you in the action.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's already happening when you get there. So that was really, really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, because I think some people, if reading about something like anxiety or mental health, mental illness is something that would be a problem for you, I think that this would be not a good book. Be careful with yourself. I would recommend it anyway, though.
Okay, that's it for this evening of Smut Girl Wants Book Club. Okay, that's it.